Here are 11 baby names used only 11 times last year for both girls and boys. We'll start with the girls. The first one is the name Arrow. This is a Greek mythology name. Next is Bridger. I would consider this like a boy name for a girl, even though like with its adjacency to Bridget, I definitely see the appeal like as a girl's name. Another like boy name for a girl is Callum. I think Callum, you could do the nickname Callie or just call her Callum. I love this one. Coast. This is a cool like beachy type name. I think it's used a little more often for boys, but it's still rare for either baby boys or girls. Eulalie. I think this is so pretty. I love Eulalie. I love Eulalia. They are both what I call pick your poison names because I feel like this is like one of those specific names you could ask 6 different people what pronunciation they use and they'll have 6 different valid pronunciations. Lunette I think is so cute. It means little moon in Old French, and I feel like again with its adjacency to Luna, it doesn't seem like too unusual or too strange. Marella to me feels like one of those names that should rank, like it has like all the right sounds. It just doesn't. It's very rare. And then next is Netta. This is a name, it's got both Hebrew roots and like English roots, just as a diminutive name for names that end in Netta, like Bernetta. Sylvan. This is the name that names like Sylvie or Sylvia are rooted from. This ranked as a masculine name up until 1935. Tilden. I knew a girl named Tilden when I lived in New York, and she was just like so quirky and cool. I'd never known a Tilden before. I think it's a super cool, underrated name. And then finally Viridian. I feel like this is a big name for a baby, and I love when babies have big names that seem like way too big for like a tiny little girl to carry. So it's like it's from the Latin verdus, which means green, and it's a pigment. On the boy side, the first name is Carrington. The last name is a first name. I accidentally did more last names as a first name than I would have preferred for this. Next is Delfino. It's got the same root as the name Delphine, which is one of my soft spot names for sure. Fielding, another last name as a first name, along with Giles, which ranked on and off until the 1950s. I knew a family with this last name. They pronounced it Gillis, but Giles is like the more accepted pronunciation. Grafton surprised me that it was so seldomly used, only 11 times. And I looked and it's never ranked. I've known 3 Graftons, so I'm guessing it's just like a very Midwest name. The Graftons I know are in between now, like the ages of like probably like 28 and 40. Elio with an H at the beginning. This ranks in France's top 500, so it's more popular than Elio, E-L-I-O, is here in the United States, but very, very similar. The next kind of vibe together, so Iggy and Osmond, but I was thinking if you did Osmond, you'd do the nickname Ozzy, so you'd have Iggy and Ozzy. Pike, this is the last name as a first name, or if you're like really into fishing, it could be after the name of the fish. Then the name Rise, R-I-S-E, this has both Danish and Japanese roots with different pronunciations like Risa, Riza, but I'm guessing the boy parents who are using it in the United States might just be calling him Rise, but I don't know. And then finally Sumner, this is an occupational name. It's vintage, it ranked until 1929 and it has not ranked since. I would love to know what you think of these names. I'm going to do this series up until 15, so I started at 10 and went down to 5. We'll go 10 to 15 now, so we'll do names that were used 12 times tomorrow.